Well, it started with the love of the dogs. Then they bring so many people together. In our community, we have loggers and we have arts people, we have ranchers, and it really meshes them all into one cohesive unit, driving for a single goal.
It's race day at the annual Eagle Cap Extreme.
We are very aptly named. We get a lot of mushers that come here, in fact, and they, after they run the race, they're like, now we know why you call it the Extreme.
It's countdown time. The adrenaline's going. The dogs can't wait. Let's count it down together. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go, Godspeed.
The Eagle Cap Extreme is Oregon's largest dog sled race. It's several races, actually, held over 3 days each January. Mushers from across the West come for a chance to race their dogs in Oregon's rugged Wallowa Mountains. And the most extreme race this weekend is 200 miles. So challenging that it is one of the few qualifiers of Alaska's Iditarod. School kids from across Wallowa County get the day off to come see the race start. Many cheer for hometown hero Morgan Anderson.
Most people are like, oh, I've never met a musher before. That's like the #1 thing I get. And they're like, that's so cool. Gil, put your ears up.
Morgan Anderson, I've known since she was, in school. In high school, she was old enough to help out with the vet checks.
I think I've been to every single race. Yeah, you're a good girl.
And then she worked her way up, borrowed some dogs.
Good girl. Started with just one dog. He's no longer on my race team. He prefers to sleep on the couch. He gets loved on. As a kid, the school would take me to vet checks and to race start.
This one likes me.
And then my dad and I would always stay afterwards, and I would go to the banquet and get the mushers to sign a t-shirt for me.
Now, rather than Morgan being one of the school kids coming to meet the mushers, the kids line up to meet Morgan.
This is why I have no clean clothing. I don't think I ever thought I could race. It was something that happened here, but I didn't think that this was something I could ever do. We got a lot of books, and we're like, well, we don't know what it takes to own a sled dog, but now I'm really happy that this is what I do.
Morgan is competing in the shorter 31-mile race. It's a sprint compared to the marathon 200-mile race.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
When it comes to the signature 200-mile race, all eyes are on a father-son team called Skinny Leg.
We've always called Spencer's leg his skinny leg. That's what he's called it, is his skinny leg. His brothers would always tell him growing up that your skinny leg can go anywhere. Your skinny leg knows no bounds.
I was born with a birth defect called Curtis Marmorata telangiectasia congenita. So that means that the veins in my left leg are not properly developed. It's about an inch shorter and about half the mass of my right leg. So I can't do normal sports very well. It was disheartening to just see all the other kids be able to play, and no matter how hard I tried, to just sit on the sidelines. I was reading Call the Wild by Jack London. I thought it was just so cool that these people are out in the Arctic, just them, the dogs in their wilderness. One day I was driving home with my mom and I said, we should start dog sledding.
Hey, buddy.
That evening we got together and she said, well, I can see this being really good for Spencer. So a couple weeks later we had 6 dogs.
And it had just exploded. Never in a million years did I think I would end up with 40 dogs in my backyard.
Coming to the start gate right now. Ladies and gentlemen, would you welcome Spencer Rugen. Ready, set, go!
They love to run. You can't put them on a leash because they'll run and pull you over.
When it comes to controlling a sled, you might think mushers have reins like a team of horses, but they don't actually have any control in their hands at all.
It's all voice. Hop, hop, hop. Come on, guys.
The only thing that keeps them turning is words.
And your brakes, and that's about it.
If you fall off, You better hope you're getting your team back. They don't know if the musher fell off. They just think the sled got lighter. So they just keep going.
All right, I'm back. Good job, you're good guy.
Spencer's dad has raced here many times and has won the 200-mile race before. But this is Spencer's first time to the Eagle Cap Extreme.
He's pretty sure of me, but also he does always look back for some reason.
He probably would like it to be more of a musher-to-musher relationship, but I try to stop myself and try not to be too much of a father. I've learned that a lot of times I just need to keep my mouth shut and bite my tongue.
In the middle of the race course is an outpost called Iditarod. It's a central hub where racers will pass through several times. One of the most important tents at Iditarod holds the comm center.
Net control, this is Iditarod.
Iditarod, this is control. Go ahead.
I have 2 pieces of information for you.
Volunteers operate an elaborate satellite tracking system to try to get accurate updates on where each racer is on the course. Stopping at Iditarod is mandatory. Here, the mushers must prove they are carrying the full list of items in their sled.
Sleeping bag, first aid kit, cooker.
They could travel faster without the weight, but the gear is for safety. The essentials, if they have to spend a night stranded in the wilderness.
Stay safe. Hey, guys.
Good boy.
Father-son team Brett and Spencer have just covered 50 miles and make their first pass through Iditarod. They grab supplies for their dogs to cover another 50 miles before returning.
All right, have a fun run.
I will.
For the dogs, that's nearly as long as running 4 marathons back to back.
So my dog team is all Alaskan Huskies, which are essentially just mutts. They have everything from German Shepherd to regular Siberian Husky to Whippet and Greyhound in them. During the Yukon Gold Rush, they brought every dog that could be used to haul gold out of the Yukon. It created this line of dogs, which has now come to be called the Alaskan Husky. They're very loyal dogs. They're very happy dogs. They love people.
Nice.
You kind of see them as an equal.
It's past midnight. With the race half run, Brett and Spencer return to Iditarod.
Brett, here's your drop bag. Grab them and we'll go park.
Yep.
But they won't get to rest until they take care of their dogs. They need to bed them, water, and feed.
There, squirrel.
Really what separates the winning versus losing is the rest. Whoever takes the least rest with the freshest dogs is the one that's gonna win.
Hey guys.
A team of veterinarians arrives to determine if any dogs need to be pulled from the race.
Yeah. We're looking for muscle problems, foot problems, usually a wrist, a shoulder.
A little massage. Right triceps, moderately painful. You can feel a knot there. Yeah. Yeah. He just needs to rest.
After caring for their dogs, the mushers can tend to their own needs. They gather inside a tent nicknamed the Iditarod Hilton. Mushing can be a solitary sport, but at the Iditarod Hilton, the mushers get to mingle.
These dogs, I don't even know how they knew that this place was here, but I swear they did.
Well, they smell it.
It's like 10 miles ago.
I was smelling the soup and the wood smoke.
Yeah. Yeah, they were.
It is a small tribe, in the middle of the forest, in the middle of the night, in the middle of doing what they love doing most.
It wasn't the most comfortable sleeping spot, but at 3 in the morning, after being very exhausted, anywhere is good.
After the mandatory 6-hour layover, the skinny leg team is ready to go.
Ready? Okay.
Brett has decided to leave one of his dogs behind to let her rest.
At the farthest point from the starting line, they are deep into the Wallowa Mountains.
I like the silence of it.
It's just you and the dogs, and there's no other sounds except the dog's feet and breath. It's just complete isolation. There's nothing between you and anywhere. It just smells kind of cold. You don't really smell a ton. It's just kind of bliss. You're kind of just tuned out to everything else in the world but you and your dogs and where you are at that moment. Mushing with my dad has just kind of created a bond that you can't get very many other ways. There's not really much we couldn't do together. Our entire winter is pretty much spent in close quarters. I'm very close to my dad.
Meanwhile, the short distance race is in the home stretch.
Looking good. Yeah. Let's go, guys. Good dogs. Hop up. Hop up, up. Way to go, Morgan!
Right on, sister.
Woo! That was good.
That was fun.
That was beautiful.
I would guess I'm either in second or third.
You guys are rock stars. Is that fun?
It's always fun to be like, woohoo, I got second, got third. Maybe I'll pay for my gas. But in the end, I had so much fun, and my dogs are all healthy, and that's what matters to me.
Back on the trail, Brett and Spencer still have many more miles to cover. They'll be mushing all day, and even into dark. At the finish line, a couple race volunteers, family members, and a few die-hard supporters wait in the cold to see who will win the 200-mile race. 32 hours since leaving the gate, Spencer crosses the finish line. His first Eagle Cap race will now be his first Eagle Cap victory.
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm good.
You did good?
Yeah, I'm sore, but I'm good. Yeah.
2 minutes later, his dad arrives.
What's up? Good job.
Thank
you made
you.
quite an entrance there. So you
Hey.
can go down.
It was awesome.
Thank you. Yep. Thanks for finally letting me come here. I'd just like to thank my mom and dad just for letting me do this, for letting me have 36 dogs in the backyard. And I'll be back soon. It's a great feeling. You hit that finish line and you know that you're done. You don't have to get back on that sled for however long you want, and you can sleep, you get a hot meal, and then you have to wake up and take care of your dogs in like 4 hours.